Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 12 of the WMMA 5 series of Pride FC, and it's the biggest episode so far. We're crowning our first champions at Pride 17 Championship Chaos, nonetheless. But this is obviously, without exaggeration, this is the biggest show we're gonna do. It's got the biggest fight we've ever gonna do when Silva, Sakuraba, whoever wins will be the middleweight champion, and Schilt and Kevin Randleman will be battling it out to see who's the first ever heavyweight champion. As this is, talking about highly anticipated, and we've been building this up pretty much from the start of the series. As this is it. We've come to this point, and almost the end of 2001, our second year in Pride. So, without further ado, let's just run the goddamn show. Let's see what we got here. Obviously, the main event, the co-main event we've talked about already, but Dan Henderson, Vitor Belfort's a hell of a fight. That's going to be fucking awesome to get us into the title fights. And Sabral and Nate Marquette, that's going to be a very good fight as well. Cro Cop and Gilbert Yvel, that is going to be an awesome kickboxing bout. Ryan Gracie and Rua, that's going to be an interesting one. And Overeem and Arlovski, that's going to be two bad motherfuckers swinging the leather until someone gets knocked the fuck out. And our only prelim fight is Olynyk and Alexander Otsuka, which obviously that's going to be all Olynyk. But as we see here, we're going into the pre-fight. And let's say for the middleweight title of Pride to the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. We have Silva at 6th, Sakuraba at 16th. The third time Silva is main event of Pride, and the second time for Sakuraba. Sakuraba trains at Takada Dojo, which is Silva's 1-0 against everybody there, against all the current members of that team. Silva has won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. Sakuraba has won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. This is the first time they have fought, and the Marquette staff have a heavy favorite to Silva, who is the axe murderer, who is going on a fucking tear and a half, and then Gracie next Sakuraba. Really needs no more introduction there. As then the High Tower, Schilt and the monster Kevin Randleman for the Pride heavyweight title. This is two of the best pound-for-pound fighters of the world as well. Randleman's ranked 5th. Schilt's ranked 14th. As Kevin Randleman has won 4 of his last 5 by decision. This first time they have fought. Schilt's got a significant weight and height advantage with a 14-inch reach advantage. That is fucking insane. As Kevin Randleman 5'10", Schilt 6'10", insane. And the Marquette staff is pretty mixed bag to say the least, which that's nice to see. We'll see, because I think it was minus 200 for Randleman. I could be wrong there. Could be minus 200 Schilt. We'll see when that fight happens. As then the non-title fights, we have Dan Henderson, Vitor, the Phenom Belfort, as both fighters ranked pound for pound in the world. As Vitor's ranked 9th, Dan's ranked 12th. Henderson's finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. Belfort trains the Brazilian top team. Dan Henderson's 2-1 against people of that current team, which Dan Henderson trains with Team Quest, and Belfort is 0-1 against other current members of that team, and this is the first time they have fought. As Sabral and Nate the Great Marquette, both fighters are ranked in the world at the light heavyweights division, which Sabral is 8th and Marquette's 22. Obviously, we don't have a light heavyweight division, so that doesn't really matter. But this is the first time they fought, and Sabral's going to have a significant weight advantage, with the Marquette staff agree as well. Let's see if Nate Marquette can get a win there, as he's going to start off pretty slow. But we have here Cro Cop in the Hurricane Gilbert Yvel, as Yvel's ranked 13th in the heavyweight, so Cro Cop's ranked 23rd. This is a pretty big jump for Cro Cop for his second ever fight in Pride, and his second ever fight in mixed martial arts. But I think he's going to win, even though the Marquette staff think it's 7-0 Yvel. I think Cro Cop's going to win. I think it's close. I don't think it's as far-fetched as that would want you to think. But Ryan Gracie and Ninja Rua has finished 4 of his last 5. Gracie's ranked 17th, and Rua's ranked 18th in the middleweight division in Pride. Rua's got the significant weight advantage, and he's got the Marquette staff pick advantage as well. 7-0 for Rua. As then we went past this. The opener. The fucking big motherfuckers opener here. As Arlovski's finished 4 of his last 5, and Overeem has finished 3 of his last 5. Both fighters are ranked in the super heavyweights as Overeem's 13th and Arlovski's 15th. So Alistair Overeem has the Marquette staff pick 7-0 rather. Of course, not 5-0, but 7-0, and this could go very quickly, very, very quickly. This could be one punch and someone gets knocked the fuck out. That's going to be awesome to see. Then our only prelim fight, the boa constrictor, Olynyk, and the Dia Butcher, Alexander Otsuka, which, this is going to be a rough night for Otsuka. His bidding lines are a huge favor for Arlovski. They're both ranked in the super heavyweights. Otsuka's 17th, Olynyk's 18th. First time they fought, Olynyk's finished 3 of his last 5. We'll see how he goes here. As minus 430, plus 340 for Alexander Otsuka. We have our referee, we have our judges, and Otsuka's getting a loud ovation from the crowd. He's fighting in his hometown. Here we go. Otsuka steps in, working his way to dominant position in the clinch. Oh my goodness. As with a complete control of the clinch, Otsuka's trying to do a takedown. Doesn't work though. Olynyk blocks it and takes control of the grapple. Now he's got Olynyk's looking to take him down. He does. Takedown's complete. Gets the side control. Takes a knee to strike to the ribs from under side control. Does Otsuka. Throws a few strikes without venom. Uses side control to hit a knee just above the hip as he tries to get into mount position. Rolls to the side to try and escape the mount, but only succeeds in getting up his back to Otsuka. He's trying to get the rear naked choke, but Otsuka defends himself well. Tries to move Olynyk off his back, but he can't, as, he's got 5 pounds on him. But oh no, he's pounding away, and Otsuka's in serious trouble. He's looking for the rear naked choke, as again, he fights off the rear naked choke. Blocks and attempts to roll him off his back. Does Olynyk. And again, trying for that rear naked choke. And again, Otsuka stops it. Tries to roll, but Olynyk doesn't budge. He finds himself in major trouble as now he's got a tight body triangle. And now he's firing away. Managed to connect with 2 or 3 heavy shots that rock Otsuka. As he pounds away, but Otsuka's not troubled by the strikes now. Again, attempting to break free, but Olynyk does not allow it. Looking for a rear naked choke for about the 4th or 5th time now, and he gets it finally. He gets flattened now with a rear naked choke as he taps out. All Olynyk. It's rated good. That is surprising, but now Olynyk is 2-7. Olynyk is 12-3 now. Hell yeah. As Olynyk thanks everyone connected to the Red Devil Sport for helping him prepare for this fight, and thanks and then the sponsors and for supporting him financially. So now into the main card as Alistair, the Demolition Man Overeem, and the Andre, the Pitbull of Arlovski, going at it 4-2, 5-2, 6'4", 235, 6'5", 240. This is just some big motherfuckers going at it here. Our referee, our judges, we are underway. They touch gloves. Both fighters move in and engage. Overeem counters the right hand with a right head kick that did damage, and he wobbles him with it, but he does not go down. He is hurt. He covers him up, but Overeem is already advancing to try and finish him. Overeem goes under the guard and floors Arlovski with a right uppercut. That's a knockdown there, as Overeem quickly pounces, looking to rain down punches on the stunned Arlovski. Overeem pounds away with right hand, several big shots. Overeem fires away with rights, but does little in the way of damage now. He tries to transition the guard, but he can't manage it. Overeem pounds away, landing several good shots in the process. As again, he's firing away with punches. Now Arlovski's dealing with him well. Overeem blocks Arlovski as he tries to transition the guard. Takes a knee strike to the ribs from under side control. Does Arlovski. Fires away with punches. Blocks Arlovski as he tries to transition the guard. This is just all Alistair Overeem here. Again, he blocks it. Side control. Gets the knee to the ribs as Arlovski. Looking for a Kimura. Doesn't allow it though. As he tries to transition the guard, but he can't manage it. And the referee decides there's a lack of progress, and they stand back up. Great job by our referee there, standing back up. These two motherfuckers will throw down. Here they go. Counters with the right hand with the left hand as Overeem. Halfway into the round, both fighters come together and strike. Scores to the left hook as Overeem. Arlovski hits a jab and also nails a right cross. Two fighters come forward. Overeem misses with a big right hand, allowing Arlovski to counter the jab and a great right hook. They engage in the center. Arlovski counters with the right hand with a massive right hook to the jaw, and he's down. He knocks down Alistair Overeem. He falls to the floor, quickly pounces, looking to rain down punches on the stunned Alistair Overeem, and again, pounding away with rights. Overeem is eating some sickening, heavy shots to the face. The ref, oh, now it's a TKO. Andre Arlovski wins. What a fucking fight. I love it. This is a 4-3 for Alistair Overeem, but 6-2 for Andre Arlovski. That was a great fucking fight. I can't wait to see a sequel to this down the road. Arlovski name checks everyone in Lion's Den, all of his various sponsors, his friends, his family, his supporters, and he asks who he'd like to face next, and he replies he has a lot of respect for the skills of Mark Coleman. Thinks that'd be a great fight. Mark Coleman's not doing shit because Mark Coleman doesn't want to fight anybody right now. Everyone's not at his level, but we shall see though if we can get that Andre Arlovski Mark Coleman fight in the future. As Ryan Gracie compete against Murillo, Ninja Rua, whoever loses this. First time loss for one of these two combatants here. Gracie Jiu-Jitsu versus Muay Thai, a Jiu-Jitsu background, shoot the box versus no team for Ryan Gracie. As our referee, Mario Yamasaki, someone's gonna die. Our judges, and that's the opening bell. We have, there's no touch gloves. Neither fighter even attempted to do it. Oh my god. Rua comes in looking for a takedown. He gets the takedown. He gets side control. He wanted side control, rather, but he has to settle for half guard. Rua fires a few punches, but they aren't thrown with any great force. As he tries to sweep him, as he fires off a few punches, he catches his breath as Rua. He's already blown up, or no, he's just trying to catch his breath. Trying to conserve energy. He's still got 8 minutes left in the round. So again, he blocks him in half guard, throws a couple of punches, decide to keep Gracie guessing. Rua punches down at Gracie, but they are easily taken on the gloves. Rua fires off a few punches, but they aren't thrown with any great force. The half guard, Rua throws a couple of punches designed to keep Gracie guessing. Tries to sweep him again, Rua doesn't allow it. As a lengthy stalemate period results in Mario Yamasaki standing back up. Shane's strikes does not produce any damage. This should have just been the opening goddamn fight. As Rua stalks Gracie, forcing him back into the corner. Rua moves inside the pocket, looking to pressure Gracie. Can't connect with a set of strikes, but then he catches Gracie with a right hook. Stalks him back into the corner. As Gracie manages a counter jab. As uses a left jab, but Gracie avoids a big right. Shoots in on Gracie. That's Rua gets the single leg. That leaves Gracie pulling guard. Halfway into the second round here. Or halfway into this round here. Jesus Christ, Rua tries to pound on Gracie, but none of the blows land with any degree of power. Gracie attempts to grab an arm of Rua from the bottom. Rua blocks it. In guard, Rua is condemned to just throw a couple of punches to the body. Rua punches down at Gracie, but they are easily taken on the gloves. Fires off a few punches. Again, Gracie reaches up, tries to grab an arm. He can't secure the arm. Tries to pound away on Gracie, but none of the blows land with any degree of power. Gracie tries to pull Rua in closer and peppers him with short strikes, but he can't. Rua fires away with punches, but does little in the way of damage. Again, reaching up for that arm. Rua fends off Gracie and does not give up the arm. Again, Mario Yamasaki has to stand him back up. That's twice now he's had to do that. That is just shows you how boring this fucking fight has been. Gracie looks confident, showing the range, so he looks to strike. As it looked like we were about to see Rua try to get some grappling started, but Gracie was more aggressive and took the initiative. Gracie throws 2 quick punches, but doesn't land either of them. We move into the final 60 seconds of the round. The exchange of blows comes, and without either fighter really landing anything significant. Gracie looked like he was about to shoot, but Rua stepped in fast and started a clinch. Rua hits Gracie with a knee strike to the body as they grapple. Tries the knee, but this time Gracie blocks, and that's the end of the first round. That's probably all Shogun Rua. Look at the fight metrics. Yeah, pretty much Rua. Had the 2 takedowns. Really, all those ground jabs. 48 strikes on the ground. Had the knee at the end of the round, whereas Ryan Gracie landed 1 punch. That was it. All been Murillo so far, and this is the start of the round 2. Let's begin. Moving it fast, Rua wrestles his way to the dominant position in the clinch. He gets it. Rua's trying to muscle up Gracie against the ropes. He does. He's looking for a trip takedown. He gets the outside leg trip, as now he's got no problem getting side control. Takes the knee to the ribs, does Ryan. Pounds away. Doesn't land anything significant. Blocks an attempt to pull guard. Hits another knee strike to the ribs. Not enough damage being dealt with. Blocks the sweep. Pounds away with right hands. Several big shots landing. As now he's tries to turn away from the blows, but gets rolled, and now Rua has his back. as he's got both hooks in now. Blocks the rollover. He prevents from getting his hooks in. Tries to move in. Tries to move Rue off his back, but he can't. Looking for that rear naked choke. Doesn't allow it. Tries to turn him over for sweep, but he can't do it. Another rear naked choke attempt. Doesn't allow it. And that's the end of the fight. Damn decision. Murlio Ninja Rua. 7-0 now. And Ryan Gracie's 2-1. Rated average. See if we can get... thanks everyone connected to Shooter Boxes, Murlio. And for helping him prepare for this fight. The sponsors for supporting him financially. As our next fight... Cro Cop Filipich against the Hurricane Gilbert Yvel. Cro Cop looking to knock him the fuck out and going 2-0. We have a kickboxing Muay Thai background from both men, 6'2", about the same height and same size, but Cro Cop has got about 5 pounds on him. As our referee, our judges, that's the opening bell. And Yvel deliberately doesn't even touch gloves to start out, does not respect his opponent. Two fighters engage. Cro Cop scores with a jab and also scores with a great left hook. Yvel doesn't connect with the jab, but scores with a great right hook. And that last blow may have really hurt Cro Cop as he staggers back, tries to cover up the best he can. Yvel tries to finish with a scorching right, but Cro Cop slips it past at the last possible second as manages to clear his head and circle our way back to center as they engage. Yvel doesn't connect with the left jab, but lands a left hook to the body. Uses a pair of right jabs, but doesn't get a leg kick. Both fighters come together. Yvel uses the left hook. Cro Cop hits a right jab and also launches a stiff head kick that finds the mark, and he collapses. That shot knocked him out. Cro Cop wins by knockout. 2-0 for Cro Cop. The Hurricane Gilbert Yvel is 20-9 now. As what a fucking performance for Cro Cop. That's a bad man. That is a bad man, thanks to sponsors and all of his fans. He says that he's really happy with his finish and that he knew as soon as he landed it that there was a fight in there, that is for sure. Fucking that man is looking to put people in the hospital or the cemetery. Does not matter. As our next fight, Ronaldo Sabral, Nate the Great Marquette, 13-1, 9-3, plus 240, minus 310. As a mixed martial arts background for Nate Marquette, lucha livre wrestling background for Ronaldo Sabral. We shall see how this goes. Our referee, Mario Yamasaki, someone's going to die. As our judges, Sabral is significantly bigger than Marquette as they prepare for this fight. Even they weighed the same weight yesterday, though. As the fight begins, we have Sabral doesn't touch gloves, drawing some heat from the crowd. That went well for Gilbert Yvel last time. We'll see how this happens here. Two fighters come together in strike, but it's really tentative and nothing comes of it. Marquette steps forward looking to strike. Sabral hits a jab in the exchange. Marquette connected with a setup strikes, but then he catches Sabral with a right hook. As then Sabral comes in on Marquette looking to unleash some strikes. Throws a quick 1-2, but doesn't land either blow. Throws a two-punch combo, but Marquette avoids both of them. Both fighters come together and strike. Marquette scores with a jab, but has a right hand block. Sabral misses a jab, but connects with the right hand. Sabral forces an exchange of strikes. Marquette throws a counter jab, but doesn't connect, though. Sabral misses all of his strikes in the combo that ended with a low kick to the legs. Fighters go toe-to-toe with strikes, but neither can land anything significant. Marquette shoots in looking for a takedown. He can't get past the sprawl. Gets pushed down onto his hands and knees instead. Sabral prepares to throw a soccer kick to the head, but Marquette wisely springs back up as fast as he can and backs off. That would have been fucking terrible, as Marquette wants to grapple and appears to be willing to aggressively come in and do so, even if that means risking some strikes. Sabral throws a 1-2, but Marquette was equal to it. With clear opportunity, Marquette is able to move in fast and clinch with Sabral. Using his wrestling skills, Marquette is trying to push Sabral up against the ropes. Sabral isn't going anywhere, though. Marquette tries to for a knee, but Sabral defends himself well. Marquette hits Sabral with a knee to the body as they grapple. Tries to wrestle backwards up against the ropes. Sabral doesn't let himself get driven back, though, as we have Marquette getting blocked from throwing a knee by Sabral. Marquette tries to wrestle Sabral backwards up against the ropes. He achieves it, pinning Sabral up against the ropes, now halfway into the mark in the round. Looks for a foot stomp, but Sabral takes the opportunity to turn them around so that he is in the dominant position now. Stuck against the ropes, Sabral tries to complete the takedown by going low and grabbing both legs. As he doesn't get the takedown, Marquette instead wrestles his way into controlling the grapple. Marquette smothers Sabral up against the ropes and stomps down the foot. With the ropes trapping Sabral, Marquette looks to try to take him down, getting low and taking out both legs. He does. Now Sabral's pulling guard, fires away with punches, but does little in the way of damage. Sabral pulls Marquette down in close and hits him with a couple of shots to the side of the head, punching down Sabral, but they're easily taken on the gloves. Sabral drags Marquette into close control, then hits him with a couple of short punches. Even on the back, Sabral is very dangerous, showing his ability there. Punches away, but doesn't do really anything of damage. Gets pushed back out of guard and is left standing above Sabral. Tries to secure ground position. Sabral moves quickly, scrambling for position before Marquette can get a hold of him. As Sabral scrambles to his feet, but Marquette immediately drives him up against the ropes. Again, stuck against the ropes, looking for a takedown. He gets the takedown, 2 for 2 on takedowns. Is Marquette. Fires away with right hands, but Sabral doesn't take any damage. Blocks the attempt to pull guard. Fires off some rights, but Sabral is in trouble by them. He tries to transition the guard, but he can't manage it. Throws a few right hands, but is mainly trying to catch his breath. Tries to pull guard on Marquette, but doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. Pounding away with bros, but they fail to really land anything significant. That's the end of the first round. The fight metrics have Marquette as the favor. We'll see what happens in the second round if Sabral can get the win here. And it's been a pretty interesting fight. You know, Marquette's 2 takedowns have definitely been the way. As you can hear some boos in the audience, they weren't impressed that round at all. As the bell for this final round has begun, 2 fighters get up close to start wrestling for position. Sabral managed to get control of the clinch. They can't keep control, though, of the clinch of Sabral as Marquette wrestles himself into a dominant position. Marquette tries to wrestle Sabral backwards up against the ropes. He does, and now he pins up against the ropes, stomps hard on his foot looking for a trip takedown. He gets it. 3 for 3 on takedowns. Marquette fires away with punches, does little in the way of damage. Tries to pull guard on Marquette, but doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. Marquette tries to get into mount position, almost gets mount, but Sabral bucks his hips and starts to scramble. Scramble sees Sabral up first, but only to get grabbed and wrestle up against the ropes immediately. Another trip takedown. He gets it. 4 for 4 on takedowns. Nate Marquette is a fucking animal right now. This is insane how easily he's taking him down. Sabral tries to transition the guard, but he can't manage it. Marquette throws small strikes, but it's clearly just taking a moment to catch his breath. He's just trying to stall now. He's got a minute left in the fight. He's pretty much won so far, but he's hitting several big shots now. Tries to turn away from the blows, but gets rolled, and now Marquette has his back. Minute left in the fight, looking for the rear naked choke. Sabral fights off the rear naked choke. Tries to roll over, and that's the end of the fight. Unanimous decision win for Nate the Great Marquette. There you go. What a win. Average fight. But that is Ronaldo Sabral 13-2. Nate the Great Marquette 10-3. As Nate Marquette thanks everyone connected to AMC Pinkerton for helping him prepare for this fight. Then his sponsors for supporting him financially. He says that he has a lot of respect for Ronaldo Sabral and praises him for his toughness. As Dan Henderson versus Vitor Belfort, our last non-championship fight. Dan Henderson 10-1. Vitor Belfort 9-3. He's got the odds advantage. Greco-Roman wrestling, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and boxing background for Vitor Belfort. Our referee, Big John McCarthy. Our judges. Fight begins. They touch gloves. Henderson steps in and grapples with his opponent. Henderson hits Belfort with a knee strike to the body as they grapple, trying to push Belfort so that he is up against the ropes. Ends up backed up against the ropes. Henderson has gotten underhooks in and is looking to take Belfort to the ground. He does. Greco-Roman slam. Jesus Christ, lifted him up and slammed him down. He's now left under side control. He unloads with right hands, but doesn't do a great deal of damage with them. Belfort tries to transition the guard, but he can't. Henderson fires away with punches, but only a few actually find their way through. Tries to pull guard on Henderson, but doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. Henderson pounds away on Belfort, but a few of the shots land clean. Belfort tries to move to guard, but Henderson doesn't allow it. Henderson fires off some rights, but Belfort is in trouble by them as Belfort tries to move it to guard, but Henderson doesn't allow it. Henderson pounds away on Belfort, but few of the shots land clean. Belfort tries to move to guard, but Henderson doesn't allow it. Henderson pounds away with right hands, hitting several big shots. The strikes are hard enough to force Belfort to roll to his side, giving up his back in the process. Henderson pounds away with punches, but can't land anything with any power, as now Henderson pounding away, but again, Belfort calmly dealing with him. Belfort tries to roll, but Henderson doesn't budge. Henderson unloads with some right hands, but Belfort deals with him comfortably, blocks the roll. Halfway into the first round, tries to get those hooks in, but can't. Tries to turn him over and sweep, but Henderson can't do it. Henderson successfully gets both hooks in now. He seems primed to finish. Fires away with punches, but doesn't little in the way of damage. Again, right hands, but doesn't do much damage. Struggles against Henderson, but cannot get himself free from the hooks. Fires off some rights, but Belfort is in trouble by them. Again, tries to pound on Belfort, but they're all dealt with. Attempts to pull free of the hooks, but can't. Fires off with some right hands, but Belfort is in trouble by them. Again, fires off with punches, doesn't either. Maintains the hooks. Pounds away, but again, nothing's really done. As he tries to break free again, that's Belfort, and that's the end of the fight, or end of the first round. Now that's all Dan Henderson. As you see from the fight metrics, literally did nothing. 86 shots from Dan Henderson in that first round. Yeah, fans are getting a bit restless. As last round, Belfort choosing to shoot in on Dan Henderson right off the start. Almost got away, but not quite, as he's left hopping while Belfort has a hold of one leg. Can't get Henderson down, so he still for pushing over against the ropes. Looking for a leg sweep. He gets the outside leg sweep. Sweeping Dan Henderson to the mat, where he pulls half guard. Fires off a few punches, he catches his breath. Tries to pass half guard. Allows the pass, but it's just a ploy to allow him to try to scramble. The scramble leaves Dan Henderson on top in side control. Pounds away, but Belfort calmly deals with him. He's not going to be able to finish the fight. There's a few right hands with the body. Tries to pull guard, but Henderson's not allowing it, as it does little in the way of damage with the right hands. Tries to move out of guard, but Henderson doesn't allow it. Throws a few right hands, but is mainly just trying to catch his breath, or blocks Belfort as he tries to transition to guard. Fires away, but only a few of the shots make their way through. He blocks Belfort as he tries to transition to guard. Just, slowing things down, trying to catch his breath, to maintain control. Again, he blocks the attempt. Pounds away with strikes, is in trouble by the strikes, and that's the end of the fight. Unanimous decision, Dan Endo Henderson. Kind of disappointing how once that fight was. So yeah, decent. As co-main event. Before we get to that, though, Dan Henderson gives a name check to everyone at Team Quest, all of his favorite sponsors, then his friends, his family, supporters. Says he has a lot of respect for Vitor Belfort and praises his toughness. As our co-main event for the Pride Heavyweight title, Hightower, Simi Schilt, Kevin, the monster, Randleman. As we have a 16-10, 10-3. Kevin Randleman does have the betting odds in his favor, but we have a 6'11" versus 5'10" person. And Simi Schilt has the bigger weight advantage as well. So Big John McCarthy, the man even Big John McCarthy's not big enough to stop Simi Schilt if things get out of hand. Our judges, Kevin Randleman's facing a major size disadvantage in this fight. He's probably giving up at least 25 pounds. We're underway. A jab lands from Schilt, but he misses the big right hand. There's a takedown attempt from Kevin Randleman. He gets the single leg. Schilt pulls guard off of it. The clock runs down. Schilt is being smothered against the ground by Randleman. Randleman fires away with right hands, but Schilt doesn't take any damage. Again, he's smothering Schilt with his body by pushing forward and down. Fires off a few punches, but they aren't thrown with any great force. Again, time slips away as Randleman successfully keeps Schilt stuck against the ground. Pounds away with right hands, but fails to land anything significant. Thank you, John McCarthy, for standing him back up. Looked like he was going to shoot, but Schilt simply took the initiative first as Randleman. A jab hits home from Schilt, then catches Randleman with a crunching right hook. Schilt hits a left jab and scores the right to the body. Schilt looking confident, shortening the range as he looks to strike. It looked like we're about to see Randleman try and get some grappling started, but Schilt was more aggressive and took the initiative first. Schilt fails to find a home for his jab and then lands a right head kick. Schilt connects with a jab, but Randleman evades a big right punch. Schilt hits a left jab and then hits a nice straight right hand, halfway mark into the round. Schilt hits a left jab and scores with a right cross. He uses the left jab but finds nothing but air on the big right hand. He can't connect with the jab, but then catches Randleman with a low kick to the front legs. A 1-2 from Schilt fails to land. Seizing the opportunity, Randleman shoots in for the takedown. He can't complete the single leg, but does end up standing, holding a leg while Schilt hops in place. He drives Schilt up against the ropes, smothering Schilt against the ropes, then scores with a left to the side of the stomach. Schilt is controlled up against the ropes, takes a few right hands via some dirty boxing, takes a hard foot stomp. He traps up against ropes, using double underhooks for the control. Is he looking for the takedown? As 60 seconds goes by, nothing but stalemate. And showing his ability, to control opponents, Randleman smothers Schilt against the ropes again. As they engage in grueling close-up battle, short strikes for roughly a minute. Referee, Big John McCarthy, breaks them up. For the first time, Schilt's starting to breathe a little heavier now. He can't connect on a set-up left jab, but then hits Randleman with a straight right, and that's the end of the first round. That's a tough round to really judge. It looked like he landed most of the strikes with Kevin Randleman. He had the 1-for-2 on takedowns, but really Schilt, when it's standing, he's fucking him up, and we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to come down to the second round. Our last round, round 2 begins. Exchange of strikes, see both fighters fail to land anything significant. Schilt looks confident, shortening the range as he looks to strike. Looked like we were able to see Randleman try and get some grappling started, but Schilt was more aggressive and took the initiative first. Jab is wide from Schilt, but he scores a leg kick. Schilt's slowing down. His gas tank's being challenged here. Two fighters engage. He misses the left jab, but he hits a right hand. Scores the left hook, does Randleman. Two fighters engage. He lands a left hook. Schilt lands a 1-2. And that it looks like Schilt has been cut underneath the eye. He's breathing very hard now, Schilt. As he hits a left hand. He nails a vicious right cross, and he knocked him down. He quickly pounces, looking to rain down on punches on the stunned Schilt. He fires away with punches, and Schilt is taking powerful shot after powerful shot. Big John McCarthy has to force to jump and stop in, and forced to jump in and stop the fight. That is it. TKO victory for the monster Kevin Randleman. The former UFC heavyweight champion is now the Pride heavyweight champion at 11-3. Jesus Christ. The heavyweight champion from Columbus, Ohio, nonetheless. The monster, Kevin Randleman. What a good fight that was. I thought it was going to be a really one-sided fight there, but once John McCarthy stood him back up, they didn't go back to the ground afterwards. I did not think TKO would be the victor for Kevin Randleman. I figured it would be decision if he was going to win this fight. A hell of a fight, though. Kevin Randleman thanks everyone connected to Hammer House for helping him prepare for this fight, and the sponsors for supporting him financially. The Pride heavyweight title strapped around his waist. Kevin Randleman celebrates being the new champion, and he will be taking on Igor very, very soon as the Gracie Hunter, Sakuraba, the Axe Murderer, Wanderlei Silva. Pride middleweight title on the line, just like in real life. 10-2, 1-1, 13-2. Catch wrestling Muay Thai background plus 200 for Sakuraba, minus 200 for Wanderlei Silva. This is a bad motherfucker. Whoever wins this takes on Instant Inoue. This is for the Pride middleweight title. Our main event, our referee, our judges. Silva's looking significantly bigger than Sakuraba as they prepare for this fight, even though they weighed exactly the same yesterday. Bell rings. They noticeably lack of the usual touching of gloves to begin with. These two have been going back and forth in exchange of words for over a year now. That's no surprise. Silva lands a left jab, but he misses the big right hand. Sakuraba shoots in for the takedown. Silva almost got away, but not quite, as he's left hopping with Sakuraba holding his legs. He drives up against the ropes, looking for the takedown. Stops the takedown attempt and uses his wrestling to take control of the grapple and puts Sakuraba against the ropes. Silva's aiming to get Sakuraba into the Muay Thai clinch. He's in the Muay Thai clinch as a sternum crunching knee to the chest. He misses the knee, but he maintains control. From the clinch, he takes the knee to the chest, but there wasn't much power behind it. He misses the knee. Tries to wrestle free from the Muay Thai clinch, but he can't. As he loses the Muay Thai clinch after the knee strike misses and gives Sakuraba the opportunity to wrestle free. Shoots in for the takedown. He gets the single leg takedown. Silva pulls guard. In guard, Sakuraba throws a couple of punches designed to keep him guessing. Continue to just throw a couple of punches to the body. Halfway into the first round. In guard, Sakuraba throws a couple of punches designed to keep Silva guessing. Sakuraba looks to pass guard and gets side control. Allows the pass, but it's just a ploy to allow him to try to scramble. Sakuraba gets the scramble up first. Gets up first out of the scramble, only to be grabbed and wrestled up against the ropes almost immediately. Silva catches Sakuraba with knee strikes to the thigh. Ooh, that's tough. Looking to try to lock Sakuraba into the Muay Thai clinch. He does. A vicious knee to the ribs of Sakuraba and misses the knee strike, but maintains control. Looking to drive a knee into the chest, but doesn't get much force behind it. Tries to wrestle free of the Muay Thai clinch, but can't. Uses the clinch, he drives the knee into the chest again, doesn't have much force behind it. Loses control of the Muay Thai clinch, fails to find home. The javelin lands a big right hand on Sakuraba, and that's a big strike. That has definitely dazed him. He is dazed and unsteady, looking to try to cover up. As he eats a right hook that barely able to stand anymore. The ropes is the only reason why he's still uptight. He's still upright. As Silva's trying to lock in Sakuraba in the Muay Thai clinch. He gets it, and now a dazed Sakuraba is even more serious trouble. This is fucking bad. Bad. He wrestles free of it, though. After he blocks the knee strike there. Final minute in the round. A punch from Silva fails to land. Fails to find home from his jab, but then hits a nice straight right hand. He lands a left hand. Throws a quick punch, but doesn't hit it. Fails to find home for his jab, then scores the right cross. And that's the end of the first round. That is definitely Wanderlei Silva's round, but that was a hell of a survival of Sakuraba there to survive that onslaught. That would have been real bad. And he had him in the Muay Thai clinch after being fucked up, and he just still survived it. Good on Sakuraba. A large bruise is starting to appear on the side of Sakuraba. He has not defended his rib cage well enough so far tonight, that is for sure. 5 minutes left in this fight to see who's the first ever Pride middleweight champion. If all things go well, it will be Wanderlei Silva. Can Sakuraba turn the tide and get a huge upset here? Silva closes in on Sakuraba, looking to unleash some strikes. Lands a left hand, then catches Sakuraba with a superb right kick to the head, and he knocked him down with a right head kick. Pounds away on Sakuraba, looking to finish it off. And he's having trouble dealing with him now. The referee jumps in and saves Sakuraba from taking any more shots. That is it. TKO for Wanderlei Silva. 14-2. The Pride middleweight champion has been crowned. Just like in real life, it's Wanderlei Silva. The Axe Murderer was only rated decent. I figured that was a much better fight than that. That's just me. Giving thanks, Wanderlei Silva praises his team of Shoot the Box, his various sponsors, the fans who came out to support on the middleweight title strapped around his waist. Wanderlei Silva celebrates being the new champion, the Pride middleweight champion. Wanderlei Silva, the Pride heavyweight champion. Kevin Randleman. What a performance there, as a critical rating of 70, commercial rating of 96. Our new broadcast team has not been chosen yet, I guess. I thought we picked it, as we increased our performance increased our pop in all the regions and whatnot. Cro Cop wins the KO of the night, which he definitely should. The fucking head kick knockout of Yvel. Fight of the night went to Arlovski and Overeem. I thought that was a great decision. As hell yeah, 8 million there. As what a show. We finally have champions crowned. Now we'll see what's next. If it's going to be Sakuraba, or not Sakuraba, if it's going to be Wanderlei Silva and Enson Inoue, or if it's going to be Kevin Randleman and Igor at our next card, which will be Pride 18, Cold Fury 2. We already have a card pretty much set. As far as that goes, we got Frank Shamrock, Anderson Silva, Frank Shamrock's debut in Pride. Big Nog versus Mark Kerr. Fedor Emelianenko against Hoist Gracie in our catchweight fight. That's a lot of fun there. Josh Barnett and Carlos Barreto. Trey Tellingman and Nobuyuka Takada. And we have no prelim fights for that. But that's just kind of where we're at right now. Wanderlei Silva has topped the pound-for-pound rankings. Kevin Randleman's ranked number 1. As you see, Silva's title win. Randleman's title win. What? Dan Anderson's not going anywhere. He's staying with Pride. That is for sure. Why is UFC not trying to sign him? Okay. I don't understand UFC. I'm sure they'll come in eventually. As we'll see what else is. My God. A lot of people are, we'll have to do that off screen. We got a lot. Also, Heath Herring, Carlos Barreto, that was going to happen, but he tore his ACL pretty much days before the card. And Fujita left Palestra. And then we got to get rid of all that. And re-sign, obviously. We're trying to sign Royler Gracie. For some reason, I'm not sure why, he's only a lightweight. Probably shouldn't try to sign him, because we won't be able to do anything with him. But yeah, well, obviously we're going to re-sign pretty much everybody I see here. So that's good. So yeah, we'll be doing that. Pride 18, Cold Fury 2 is the next card. It'll be the last card of December. Last card, of course, last card. The last card of 2001. Then we go on to Pride 2002. Be now 2 years in. How fun will that be? As thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next Monday. Take care, everyone.